It's a rainy, blustery morning in eastern Montana, and typically this would be a bad day to go shooting, but I'm on my front porch on my western saloon. I'm out of the rain, and we're going to do some shooting on my range, and we're going to explore some of the guns in the Red Dead Redemption video game series. I don't have all the guns, but I have a few of them, all my favorites. The first gun that we're going to feature here in the game is called the Winchester rifle. In the game, in the menu, the rifle that's shown is this rifle, which is a Winchester 1873 design. When you actually play the game, it shows a Model 94, so they were pretty inconsistent on that. But it is a Winchester rifle in both views. This is the 1873 Winchester rifle. It's the gun that won the West. It's one of the most beautiful rifles ever made. And it was originally chambered in 4440, which is this cartridge. And this particular rifle is a Uberti. I like Uberti rifles. I don't like Uberti single action armories, but I do like the Uberti rifles. And this particular rifle is chambered in 45 Colt, which is this cartridge, which to the camera looks identical to a 4440. The 4440 has a smaller bullet. The case is about the same size. The power and everything's about the same. In the game, this gun is rated at I think like a medium power. I think it's pretty accurate. This cartridge was designed to kill men, and it did a lot of that in the Old West. It would be underpowered for large game, but for killing men, it worked just great. So let's load up a few, and we'll take a few shots here on the range. My rifles, my lever guns are bone stock. They don't have short stroke actions on them, so they don't shoot real fast. They shoot like the originals. And I haven't shot this particular gun in, well, I guess I did shoot it a few weeks ago in a short video a few times, but I haven't shot it much. Overall, I haven't shot it much in years, so I haven't shot it on this range in a couple of years. So we'll just take a few shots, see what happens. It holds 10 rounds of 45 Colt or 4440. I think you might be able to get an 11th one in there. It depends on your barrel length. All right, so we'll start with that big steel just to warm up. Then the big round one, and the 6 plates. And there you have it. I had one more in there. Anyway, Winchester 73, which is the same as the Winchester rifle in the Red Dead Redemption game, the first game. And I played a lot of Red Dead Redemption, the first one. I played the second one too, but mostly the first one. I played multiplayer for a couple of years, really hard, like every day for hours. I was really into the multiplayer on Red Dead Redemption 1. And I played that under Tuco the Rat with the same spelling as what's in my YouTube channel. If some of you guys played the first game, you might have met up with me in multiplayer. Okay, so the next gun we're going to feature from Red Dead Redemption is the double barrel shotgun. And in the game, I've read that was either a Remington or a Colt, depending on the game. Double barreled, hammered, coach length, and this is a Rossi. So let's take a few shots of that. Again, I'll start on the big steel. I haven't shot this in a long time. Big steel, and then the big round one. Oh, second trigger. Like I said, I'm a bit rusty on this. Do that again. That was bad. Let's do that over again. There we go. And that is the double barrel shotgun. This was a shotgun used in gunfights a lot. In Tombstone, this is the gun that Doc Holliday preferred. I don't know if that was true in real life or not, but they were used in real gunfights because it was pretty hard to miss a man up close with one of these. So that is the double barrel shotgun from Red Dead Redemption. Now the next gun, this is rated as high power in the game. I think that's pretty accurate too. With this, I was just shooting birdshot, but with a buckshot load or slugs, this thing would cut you down. The next rifle was my favorite in Red Dead Redemption 1, and that is the Buffalo rifle. This is the 1874 Sharps long range Buffalo rifle. It's got the long range sight on it. These guns can shoot up to 1,000 yards with relative accuracy with open sights. I'm not going to shoot this gun on my range today because I have a policy. I don't shoot rifle rounds because I have some neighbors that are about a half mile away, and I don't want to aggravate them a lot with really high-powered rounds like this. But I'm going to show you a video clip of me shooting this over 600 yards out on the prairie. So I'm going to show you that right now, and then we'll get back to what we're doing. Okay, so that was the Buffalo rifle in the game. It's rated as high power in the game, very high power, and that's true in real life too. It is 18 pounds in real life. I mean, to run around in a gunfight around town with one of these is kind of a ridiculous concept. These are very heavy guns. You want to get it off your horse and get it on the ground, lay down, and shoot from one position. Okay, so the next rifle is the Lancaster rifle in Red Dead Redemption 2. The actual real gun was called the Winchester Model 1866. It's one of the very early repeating rifles, and this is a beautiful gun. I've had this gun for 25 years or so. I've shot a deer with it. It was originally chambered in Winchester 44, I think they called it, and it was a 44 grain bullet with very little power. It was actually really underpowered. That's why they made the 4440 in 1873, a few years later. And the later models might have been chambered in 4440. This one is chambered in 4440. All I have is black powder rounds, which I'd rather not shoot because they're a mess to clean up. But I'm going to go ahead and shoot some black powder rounds out of this. And we'll show you the Lancaster rifle, the Model 1866 Winchester. It was the improvement from the Henry rifle, which was the first practical lever action rifle. It came out about 1860. They improved a few things. They put a wood forearm on it because the Henry gets hot when you're shooting it without the forearm. It's hard on your hand. They made a side loading gate instead of a loading latch or a port up in the magazine. And this is just a cool gun. You see this in a lot of westerns. And I think that's it. I must have 10 in there. All right, here we go. Winchester Model 1866. Black powder. Black powder 4440. Lots of boom and smoke and flash. I love them in every way except when it comes to cleaning them up. They are quite a bit more work to clean up. A couple more rounds here. Anyway, Winchester Model 1866, the Lancaster rifle in Red Dead Redemption 2. All right, clean up my mess later. All right, so the last pistol I'm going to show you, the last gun is a pistol, a revolver. And in Red Dead Redemption 2, it's called the Cattleman. Oh, by the way, power on that, I think, was medium power in Red Dead Redemption 2. And in the original gun, it was really low power. But in the 4440, I think it's a medium power. So anyway, back to the Cattleman. It's the only revolver I'm going to feature. It's my favorite revolver. In the game, it's way underpowered. The Cattleman is way underpowered. And I think that's unfair because the real gun is the Colt 1873 revolver, and it was chambered in 45 Colt as well as 4440 and some others, but especially in 4440 or 45 Colt. This was a man killer round, and it was very powerful. It was as powerful or more powerful than any other handgun at the time. And So we're going to shoot that. I got to find, where's my, okay, I got some 45 Colt there. Some more back here. So we're gonna shoot a little of this. It's my favorite handgun, as you know if you watch my channel much, the Single Action Army. And it was very powerful. I'm shooting smokeless out of this. I'm just going to warm up with a little bit of aim fire. Big steel. Big rounds. Oh, you missed that one. I don't like that. Dead round. Dead round. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, pick up where we left off there. Let me get rid of these ones I've spent. I hate that, getting a dead primer. Happens once in a while. Especially with a race gun, because I've lightened the mainspring on this. And it will do that once in a while. See if we can, I know I'm having a harder time hitting with this, but it is a handgun. Handguns are harder to shoot for. All right, try that again. Big steel. Big round steel. Where's that thing shooting? There we go. Is that... Did I go around the world there? I did. Okay, so I shot all those. Anyway, not such a great performance on my part with the Cattleman revolver. This gun was made to shoot close, and I probably should move up a little bit. Because I can hit the big steel, the man-sized steel, but that's about it. Okay, so I wasn't too pleased with myself on that 45 Colt Single Action Army shooting. I'm going to try just the big steel hip shooting. I think that's 6. 5 out of 6 hip shooting. You know what's interesting is it's easier to hip shoot that big white steel that's a man size than to aim shoot those little steels that are just a little bit smaller. Well, they're actually a lot smaller, and they're a little bit farther away. That's funny how that works, isn't it? And that's not just true of me, it's true of anybody. Once you learn to hip shoot, the size of the target is a greater challenge than whether or not you're aim shooting or hip shooting. Aim fire, even aim fire on small targets is difficult, more difficult than hip fire at a bigger target up a little bit closer. So there you have it, some of my favorite guns from the Red Dead Redemption 2 video game series. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. So there's where my 4440 shells went. I was looking all around for them. Couldn't find them, and they were in my hat brim. You guys probably already knew that. I think I got them.